Welcome, YouTubers. My first two videos were all about the board we made for the Kringle knot and how to tie the Kringle knot. Now I'm going to show you how to expand your knowledge of the Kringle knot to make using a bigger board, adding 2 more nails to make it bigger so that you can make hot pads, and then how to even make it even larger. Show you one I've already made to make a wreath, and it's all using the Kringle knot. You'll just need bigger boards. So let's move on. I cut a board that is 11.5 inches long, and it is a 1x10 board, as you can see in the background. I bought 2 big boards, so I cut a section of this 1x10. See, it's 1 inch by 10 wide, which means it's 9 1/4. And I cut it 11.5 inches long. It's basically a little bit bigger than a sheet of paper. Now for this, I took some cardstock that makes postcards through the printer, and I took one of these squares off. There's the perforated line. All right, perforated line. Then I folded it in half. And I basically drew a heart with a more rounded bottom. You can make it as big or as small as you like. This is the size that I made mine, and I cut it out. I put 2 holes where I want my nails, and then I took this and I traced it out on a sheet of paper. And I made sure that they overlap some. And I tried to I did it in pencil. Let's see if you can see that. I did it in pencil so that I could see where, to make them fairly even around. Now I made a photocopy of that because I like that. Here's my photocopy that I am going to tape. Let me check my handy dandy holding my craft stuff cart. So on our first Kringle knot board that we made, it would make 5 pretzels. So there's 5 of these on there. On here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I just added 1 more. That's going to give it the size that it needs. So this will have 6 pretzels. So we're going to tape this down on the board. Kind of center it on the board. And yes, I sanded this board so it's nice and smooth. And all the edges around so that when I make a knot on it, my rope doesn't snag, and it doesn't snag my clothes. And then right where the dots are on my sheet, I'm going to put a nail. So I'm marking where all my holes go. Now some people who are a little more inclined may make these and drill the holes and put wood dowels in. Maybe if you let your kids do this. But please don't let them play with lighters to melt the rope. That wouldn't be so hot. So now on my board, I can take this template off. And I can see all my holes are pretty uniform going around. So then I just go back and I pound my nails into the holes. Yeah, I know I'm noisy. It happens. Hopefully I'm talking louder in this one. I was informed I was a little soft in the other ones. We are out on my screen porch. So you may hear wind and stuff. Remember, it doesn't have to be super fancy because you're the only one that's really going to see the board. The people you share your actual knots with. Always check the back, make sure you're not poking through. Are going to get the knots that you completed, not see your board. These ones I'm pounding in about 1 inch, just so we have some uniformity. Now you can use finishing nails if you like. I prefer one with a head on it, so the rope doesn't come off until I'm ready for it to come off. But that's all a preference thing. So there, we made our board, and you can always put that in and see that it is truly my rounded little heart that goes around. And you'll make it just the same way as my last video. You're just going around one additional time for one additional pretzel. And I would figure you're going to wrap your rope around 4, maybe 5 times to get a good size hot pad to go under hot things. Okay? So that's for the hot pad, which is now 6 hearts. Let's look at my wreath one that I made. And I have 1, 2, 3. So we start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 of those hearts on here, and I use the bigger board. On this one, I use plywood, 3/4 inch plywood, because it's what I had in the house. This one I didn't sand, which I have a feeling I'm going to end up pulling my nails out and sanding because it snags my rope and makes me nuts. Let me show you some of the knots that I've tied on this one. So the bigger one, I made this for a bigger hot pad. As you can see by my hand, it's bigger than the red one that I showed you that's more like a coaster. I don't have, oh, I do have my wreaths. Okay. So wreaths that I have made, here's one here. And this, I used 2 kinds of rope. I went around 3 times with the green first. I took it off here, and then I added red around the outside and red around the inside. Just because, you know, I wanted to. And this is the very first wreath that I figured out how to make. And I got a piece of wood, bought this at Hobby Lobby. It actually had a peace symbol in it. And I cut the peace symbol out because it will fit perfectly under my wreath, because this one I made bigger so that I can decorate it for my daughter. Hold on. I finally finish it and decorate it. I got a bunch of these. They came in a package of 10. They were marked at $9.99 at Hobby Lobby. They're metal. Merry Christmas. I got them at the after Christmas sale for like 80 or 90% off, and ended up paying like $1 something for 10 of them. I can take this string off of it. It has holes in the top where I can tie it down and add it to my wreath. They also had words like Noel and joy. Or you could add, you know, a bow or bells or something. But you could decorate them different ways for a gift or for your home. So, and this is all done just like you did the Kringle knot. Or you've seen me do the Kringle knot. And that's all I have on expanding your knowledge with the Kringle knot and how to use it. I hope that was informative. I hope you enjoyed it. I wish you all the very best. Have a great day.